Hey YouTube, our company is growing and we need your help.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
So let's go into a bit about where we're at with our company right now and where we're trying to go and what we would like to invite possibly one or more of you to help us with. As it stands, we kind of have a few different products and a few different ways of generating revenue, and we're doing pretty decent. Admittedly, we can do better, and I think that's part of the thing is we've run into some limitations. The first major limitation is that there's only two of us. It's just me and Josh. That poses a problem because we're spread thin. From a revenue and what we do standpoint, we generate YouTube content. That's kind of our marketing side of the channel, or marketing side of the company, I should say, which does generate a little bit of money, but it's kind of insignificant at this point, and we're not really chasing the YouTube dream of being famous YouTubers and making millions of dollars off ad revenue. It's not really something we're doing. Admittedly, we are not pursuing sponsors on YouTube videos at this point, and I'm kind of okay with that. That might be something that we could do in the future. We also do social media content on other platforms, but it's really much less important to us than YouTube. YouTube's our primary marketing. Next thing that we do is, of course, we sell parts and also services through the website normalguysupercar.com. And here's where we have an opportunity for potentially one of you at the moment. We really want to expand the parts and services side of this business. So back when I first started that, so the whole evolution of this whole thing kind of started off with the YouTube channel, and then I started selling parts and services. My second year of doing parts and services was actually my best year. A lot of that's because I focused really heavily on promoting parts and services that we were selling, and now I haven't really done that very well, admittedly, in the last probably 2 years. So the parts and services side of the business has just been on a decline for the last 2 years in a row. It has the possibility of doing very well. In fact, the second year we did it, it brought in almost $1 million in revenue. Our margins were not as big, so it didn't pull in a substantial amount of profit, but there's an opportunity there. So I guess the first thing we're wanting to see is if someone can help us out with that website. This would need to be someone who can dedicate near full-time or full-time energy towards it. That's one of our problems. Is I feel like there's a lot of people who want to help us out, but at the moment it's all like a side gig kind of thing, which possibly okay, but I think to really make it do what we want, we need someone who can go full-time. Now, maybe it's something where you start part-time and go full-time. The other thing is that we're not really in a position to be able to just like pay a salary. What we're kind of thinking is we'd like to offer a profit sharing of that portion of the business, where basically we do something where you get X percentage of the net profit of the parts and services side of the company. The more you can expand that business, the more money you make. If it starts making millions of dollars, you could be making a substantial portion of that millions of dollars. So we're leaning towards someone local. They don't have to be, but we prefer it because I think that enables us to work together to grow it better, because a lot of it's going to be, again, marketing and having us, like if let's say you find some new product and you want us to push that in a video, you might need to be there to help us push it or give us the right context. What all do we need this person to do? Well, they need to actually do the e-commerce website, which is WooCommerce. Don't have to be an expert in WooCommerce. If you've done WordPress, you can probably figure it out. If you've done Shopify, you probably could figure it out as well. We're okay with the idea of moving it to another platform if this person wanted to take it on. That's up to them. That would be a huge undertaking, and they'd have to somehow promise that it's not going to screw up what we already have going, so that would be a bit of a risk. Besides knowing how to do that, obviously marketing skills would be very important. SEO skills, the ability to push these products out, like getting more attention, getting more Google SEO, Google, all that sort of stuff is going to create more money, more traffic, more everything, and get this side of the business going more. There's multiple different skills at play here. Don't have to be super computer savvy, but obviously would help. Obviously you need to know car stuff, because that's another thing is we want this person to own that entire side of the business for now. So answering telephone calls, emails, questions, whatever. I would love to not have to frankly get those calls and those emails because it takes up a lot of my time, and I think this would free up my time to do other things that can make money as well. If you're interested in helping us out with that, send us an email, sales@normalguysupercar.com. Tell us what you know how to do, whatever, and we can kind of discuss what's a reasonable percentage to bring you in at. And you know, we're open to negotiations. We're flexible. We get it. Like, you know, as it sits right now, that side of the company is not making that much money, so it would be not really something awesome at first, but it has the potential to be very good if we can get it back to where it was or more. That's kind of one of our current limitations and one of the things that we're trying to grow on. Another thing is that we are finding that we're running into challenges with how much money we have available and the cost of that money for the dealership side of the company. So the dealership side of the company is where we're making the largest amount of profit, obviously. The challenges with that is we have $1 million on a floor plan. It's currently at 10% interest. That's very expensive. So to give you an idea, last year we paid out probably somewhere around $75,000 to $100,000 in interest and other fees and whatever for this floor plan. So if we can get money that even reduces that by half, that's $50,000 more profit that we can use towards growing the business. Obviously, we're not opposed to more than $1 million, but if you're interested in getting involved with us, there's lots of ways that we can work this out. I don't want to go into the details because I figure this is all very individualized. So if you're interested in doing that, helping us out on that side, we can figure out, I don't know if it's something where you do a loan or if you do percentages of the sales or whatever. There's ways we can figure that out. Lots of different things we can do, lots of opportunities. We have one other investor who has kicked in money on a simple loan at a lower interest rate. We really appreciate that individual. They've been very helpful. That money's been very helpful. There's a lot of other components that I'm not going to go into the details of, that if we can get the money away from the floor plan, actually enables us to do more things with the money that we already have. Some of our money gets tied up because of the floor plan. It's kind of complicated to explain. So if you're interested in helping us out on the dealership side of things as well, a simple investment is something that's of interest, or if someone really wants to get involved and be a participant in what we're doing, that is something else that we're open to, but that's kind of like a marriage, right? So that would be a much longer, drawn out, very involved process to figure out if we're the right match for you and if you're the right match for us. To do that, like bring you in as an actual owner, that would be a bit of a challenge, but we're open to that for the right offers. I'd prefer not to do that, but that's a possibility, okay? So all I'm trying to say is there's lots of different things we can discuss if that's something that you're actually interested in doing. Obviously, this person would need to come meet us in person. You know, this isn't just something that we can do over email. So you can start off with the simple email. So send us an email, sales@mgsupercars.com. But yes, we definitely would need you to be involved and in person for both of our comfort. Those are kind of like the two biggest challenges right now that we're facing towards growth. We feel strongly that we're going to continue to grow. It's been on a good trajectory. The dealership side of the company did very well last year, brought in close to $7 million in revenue. I think we have a reasonable chance of bringing in 10 this year or more. Certainly if we can get more money, then we can easily exceed 10. That's, again, we're kind of tapping out on the money side of things regularly, is I guess the way to say it. There's obviously some other components of the company that we're looking into, other revenue sources. Some of them are kind of new, and so we're not going to really discuss those in this particular video. That would be more something of interest if someone wants to become an actual equity partner. If you're looking for an investment, they're probably not as relevant. So there we are. We're growing. We're looking to expand. We want to make this business bigger. We'd love to present an opportunity for some of you to make some money with us. So if you're interested, again, send us an email, and who knows? And if not, that's fine too. We're just going to keep scrapping, kicking, fighting, doing everything we can to grow this thing as we already are. So, you know, the good news is we already feel like we're on a good path. It's just, can we accelerate this path or make it, you know, even better? I think so. So that's where we're at. There you have it. That's all I got. So appreciate your time, and hopefully I'll be talking to a couple of you fairly soon. we'll see you guys then. We'll be doing some more cool car stuff. So like, share, and subscribe, and hang tight.